Hey guys, today I'll be doing a review of the 16-ounce Zepol training gloves. These gloves are very similar to the Clitorius. They are made in Mexico. Um, kind of similar to the Casanovas, JC Pacheco Classics gloves that you see online that you can purchase. They are 100% genuine leather. Just like the Clitorius gloves, they have that very strong cowhide leather smell to them when you get them out of the box. This will be kind of an initial review of the gloves. I have not used these gloves yet. I took them out of the box and wanted to kind of give you guys my initial impression on what I think about these gloves as far as the quality and the finish of the glove, and maybe a little bit about the performance based on what I feel in my experience with other gloves. So right off the bat, you can tell that they're very nice gloves. They have that strong cowhide leather smell when you pull them out, just like the Reyes gloves did, and even the Everlast MX gloves. You can tell they use kind of the same similar cut of leather, very thick, high quality leather. You can see here. Not like some of the Pakistan gloves that you would get. The leather's still nice on those, but a little bit thinner. The silver on here is a pretty nice color. The silver almost has more of a satin look to it. It's not very shiny. It's not a shiny silver, it's more of a satin silver. So I know some of the winning gloves that come in the metallic colors can be a little bit more eye-catching with that glimmer pop to them like the silver and the gold, where this one's a little bit more of a satin look to it. So you have that silver and the purple with the white trim. These are similar to the Reyes gloves in that they are hybrid gloves. So they are like the Fit Cuff Reyes gloves, where they have both the lace-up enclosure as well as the Velcro. So as far as the quality goes, I would consider these to be a step down from Reyes gloves. The leather very similar as far as quality goes, but the craftsmanship is not as good or on par as Clitorius. And my main thing with these gloves is just the stitching. If you look along some of the seams there, they use only single stitching, not double. So if the stitching comes loose, there'll be some durability issues with that. So it uses single stitching throughout rather than double stitching, which I'm not a big fan of. Another thing is the attached thumb. Instead of using leather, they just use a piece of nylon to attach the thumb there. So over time, that's eventually going to break. And then as well as the the strap, the Velcro strap. Instead of using a real leather strap, they use a piece of elastic. And again, over time, from strapping on unstrapping, this eventually will start to kind of fray and break loose. I did notice that on the gloves, there were a couple portions that had a couple of loose threads. One right there in the corner, you have a little bit of a loose thread right there. Not a huge deal, but just more of an eye for the craftsmanship of it. And other than that, the gloves look really nice. Very good looking glove. The inside uses your standard satin polyester lining on the inside there, with a tag listed with the weight on it, 16 ounces. I like the look of the glove. They're very classic looking. Not too many crazy tacky designs on it that you find with a lot of new gloves nowadays. You can see that it does have the professional Zepol logo right there. Might not be good for sparring because it has kind of a cased in plastic right there, so eventually you can actually cut somebody with that. So if you were to use that for sparring, I definitely would tape that up so you don't scratch your sparring partner with that, with any of that stitching. And then on top, obviously, you have the standard logo printed on top of the glove. So as far as the comfort of the glove, they will definitely need a few rounds on the bag to break in. One thing I do like about these gloves compared to the Reyes gloves is that you feel like you make more of a natural fist with these. The thumb placement isn't the best, but it's better than Reyes. I would say it's in between like the Sabas gloves and Reyes, where it kind of curves downwards, but it's not completely elongated, so your thumb kind of still feels like it gets a little bit jammed in that corner there. And again, after you break it in, that might just loosen up as well as the knuckle area. Does have a nice grip bar right here. Obviously you can't see it, but the inside of the glove also has almost like a double grip bar on the inside of the glove. Right about here, when you put your hand in there, you can feel your finger almost grabbing on this little piece of leather that's rolled up. And I think they use that just so that the tip of your fingers get a good grip. I definitely like that feature of the glove as well. It does not come with any ventilation holes on the gloves, so as far as letting the gloves air out, I would definitely recommend untying them really loosely after you're done using them and letting them open up in the outside and just kind of letting them dry out. I definitely like the wrist protection. That was probably the biggest thing I like about these gloves, is that they fit really snug, maybe a little bit wider on the hand compartment, especially in this tip area right here. It's a little bit looser on the knuckle area, but I definitely like the wrist protection, mainly because obviously you have the laces that you can lace up, and then after that you have the double protection of having the Velcro. The laces, not a huge deal, but are probably the cheapest laces that I've ever seen used on gloves. You can see they're almost like I don't even know what this material is called. It's not even like a real shoelace that you would find on other gloves. It's almost like a piece of cotton strip that they use to lace. So that's probably something you'd want to replace if you got these gloves. The thumb area right here, this is usually an area where it gets pinched on your thumb. It actually feels really comfortable, so that's a plus. And you can make a really good fist with these. So they feel a little bit more broken than Reyes, but still will need time to break in. The knuckle area feels really nice. I know they use a several layered latex padding to really give you that nice feedback you would get. I would consider these more of in between like a puncher's glove and more of a bag glove. So you still get the good feedback you would get with most Mexican puncher's gloves, but you also get some better protection than you would with the Reyes. So overall, a very nice glove. You can get these, I believe, on either eBay, and I believe there's a vendor online that you can use that can import these over if you wanted to purchase these gloves. I believe someone had brought to my attention on my YouTube channel that the Sherdog forums, I believe there's an individual on there that sells Mexican gear that can get this for us here in the States, and that would probably be a good point of contact if you were interested in getting these gloves. But again, you can get these through eBay, or if you go through the Sherdog forums, you can get them through there as well. So at pricing range, I believe these go anywhere from like $120 to anywhere up to like $170, $180, depending on the customization of the glove. As you can see, this is a silver and purple color scheme. So I know they make any kind of custom color that you want. It just depends on how much you're willing to spend. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you guys have any comments or critiques about this review, please let me know.